Welcome to Locally Sourced. I'm Armanda Familetti. Tonight is the fourth program featuring the great work of the CoveCare Center here in Carmel. And tonight we're going to be talking about families who have children who have mental and behavioral problems and how CoveCare helps family deal with those children. So let me welcome our guests, Christina McQuiggan and Brandon Lillard. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So, Christina, let me start with you. CoveCare offers community-based services, right? We've heard that term. What exactly does it mean?
So basically, community-based services, it's pretty unique in the sense that we can serve our clients and their families not only in the agency, but we can go to their home, we can meet them locally in the community at a comfortable meeting location, whichever the family prefers and makes them most comfortable.
Okay.
And also part of the community-based services is a common theme of what we call care management. And it's a way to really help connect our clients and their families.
So tell me about the particular work that you do, your department, and who you work with.
I have 4 different programs under me in the community-based services. And like I just said, they all share the common theme of care management. So really, our main purpose of all 4 programs is to work with not only our clients, who are typically the child or the adolescent, but also their parents, caregivers, siblings sometimes. So the 4 different programs, if you'd like me to kind of separate them a little bit. We have what's called Family Peer Support and Advocacy, which is, this program is very unique in the sense of we have women who have raised children already with behavioral health or mental health challenges, and now they serve as a resource for other parents or caregivers who are going through similar challenges. So they help connect them to different resources, they help go to the schools with them and advocate for certain services. They're really just there as a support and a sounding board for a lot of these parents.
They volunteer or they're paid?
They're paid employees, but really the work that they do is truly just, they probably would volunteer if that was an option also. Just they love helping and supporting the parents and caregivers.
Because they've been through it themselves.
They've been through it themselves, and they would have loved that support when they were going through it. Another program we offer is our Family Empowerment Program. This program, we are referred by the Department of Social Services, and our main goal is to really help parents, teaching different parenting skills, connecting parents to different resources so they could better parent and interact with their own children. And then we spoke about the care management program, and really that's just working with the child and adolescent, coordinating different services for them, making sure they have their mental health needs, their physical health needs, their school needs are being met, and helping them find pro-social activities in the community.
So are the services provided by CoveCare, or you're saying you're sort of referring them to other agencies that would provide these services, or both?
It's basically both. It's obviously CoveCare staff, but we're connecting them to what is available in the local community, so that eventually the hope is that the clients won't need us anymore. They will be sufficient, their needs will be met, and they'll be able to go on and continue to lead productive lives.
Right, they can navigate their situation on their own.
Exactly.
And they won't need CoveCare.
And that's the main goal.
So tell me something about the unique approach. You mentioned something a little bit ago. The CoveCare takes a unique sort of holistic approach to anyone who comes through their doors, right? How is that?
Yeah, so what's unique is, even though we have these 4 separate programs, and that's just in the community-based services, but CoveCare in general, we all work together. We are starting to use the term that there's no wrong door, that whether you walk in, no matter what your need is, that your needs will be met, whether it's speaking to me first or another program director. We all work together to ensure that each piece of the person, whatever it is that they're facing with and they need help with, will be met.
So the real thing to do is walk through the door,
exactly.
right? That once you're in there, someone's going to help you, and you're going to feel a lot better.
Right.
And at some point, you're going to walk out, right?
Exactly.
Is that also, that's part of your mission?
Exactly.
That's terrific. So how do people find out about these services? Because talking about getting through the door in the first place. You said you were referred by some other agencies or whatever.
Correct.
How does a person know who has a family that there's a problem?
So we have, there's a few different referral mechanisms. Part of our job is to always market and outreach to the different schools, to hopefully the pediatricians, the different behavioral health centers, any type of community organization, just so our name is out there. The best way, though, depending on, sometimes families just don't know where to start, which program would be best for them. So I always refer people to our website. We have a lot of material on our website, and then it explains specifically how to be referred to that specific program. Or the best, you can call me. I accept phone calls all day long. People just, asking to make an appointment with a clinician, I refer them to that person. Or if they're interested in, one of our programs, I can then also explain what is the best referral or way to get connected.
So make a call, go to the website.
Yeah.
If I'm a parent who suspects that I have a child with a mental or behavioral issue, because, kids are a little crazy anyways, right? I mean, they do interesting things. They have imaginary friends. They talk to themselves constantly.
Exactly.
How do you know when your child needs help?
It's very tough. I mean, like you say, what's typical behavior versus atypical behavior? Our family support advocates are a great resource for that. They have a support group that sometimes parents can then get connected to. It's called Family Connections. It's a free support group. We actually offer free childcare. And sometimes in those support groups, the parents are like, okay, I'm not alone. This is a little atypical. I do have something to be worried about maybe. I should be looking for more. And then the facilitator, which is the family advocate, can then explain how they can be connected to the right resource. So really, starting with our family support advocates is a great way, because then those advocates can turn around also and say, no, that's typical. Don't worry. I remember when my son did this. It didn't amount to anything. But they could also call in the meantime and continue to talk about it.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
So we have a video that we're going to show in a moment. But before we get to that video, I just want to ask, Brandon, you work with a specific area working with children.
Yes.
CCSI.
Yes.
Can you explain what CCSI is and what you do?
Yes, the CCSI stands for Coordinated Children's Service Initiative. And in a nutshell, my role, I also work hand in hand with Putnam County. Dawn Mullen, she's the county SPO, a single point of access. For any family, like you were saying, if there's a family that thinks they need help, they can either be referred to our program, they can make their own referral themselves. We've had families call us, ask about the program, and then literally go and walk through the process of submitting the referral with them and things like that. So what I do with the CCSI program in a nutshell is essentially work as a family's point person. Understanding that, it's not easy being a parent. You have a lot of responsibilities. It's not just being a parent, being an adult, having a job, all these other things. So,
and that's if your children don't even have issues.
Yeah. So then you add that. So you add a mental health or behavioral health issue, and that just amplifies some of the stressors and things in the home. So what we try to do is the analogy we like to use. We have a couple, but one is we like to be as we're the bus, and the family, they're the bus driver. So we don't I don't go to a family and say, this is what you have to do, because I don't want anyone telling me what I have to do. I like to have advice, ideas, things like that. I want to feel like I'm a part of the process. And I think most people do. So we go with we're the bus, you're the driver. Whatever your need is, our objective is to help you, to make sure that you're informed, so you know what's out there, what's available to you, to make sure we like to empower families, because like I said, we're not going to be there forever. We try to be there as long as we can, but we want to make sure that once the family is done with us, once they're no longer in need of the CCSI, CoveCare, anything else, that they'll feel comfortable to be able to navigate in the community and know what's available to them in a time of need and things like that.
So I think we're about ready for that video, if we can bring that up. That's specifically about CCSI.
Yep.
So I assume you're in the video.
Yes. It's hope. We want them to feel confident in the fact that they will be able to help their child. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stigmas involved with mental health, so a lot of people kind of just don't pay attention to it or acknowledge it or kind of push it away. And we try to tell families that no, that the best way to help your child is to be informed and to be aware and to help empower them to be able to make those appropriate adjustments. What I like to tell families is that with this service and with this program here is to look at us as a bus. And we are a bus that has all these services that we can set you up with, and you're the bus driver. So we want you to take control of the situation, and we try to support you and empower you again to get the help that you may need.
Well, Brandon, you're a natural.
He is.
What's with the glasses, though? You're not wearing glasses?
I lost them. Yeah.
So can you see me?
Yeah, I can see them good. I'm trying to do something different. So.
Okay. Dear. All right. If anyone finds Brandon's glasses, he's right here.
My wife would be happy.
CoveCare. CoveCare. We saw where CoveCare is at the end of that video. Just tell me again, where is it? And
so CoveCare, we're located right here in Carmel, 1808 Route 6.
Very
right
convenient.
Yeah, yes, right by the rail trail, not too far away. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things I love, I don't want to go off in a tangent, one of the things I love about CoveCare, and I've only been with this agency for a year. It's felt like I've been here forever. But one of the things that I really I like about and appreciate is how when you walk in, whether you're a client, whether you work there, you walk in and you feel like, you don't feel like you're in like this old sterile building. You don't feel like you're somewhere, where people are going to, you feel like you're welcomed and you feel like you can be comfortable here, and you don't find that in too many places. So I think, being, an employee and then actually seeing a lot of our, our clients who are there every day, like they feel comfortable there. Mm-hmm. And that's like a hard thing to really to convey and get across to people, especially when it comes to dealing with mental health and things like that, to get people to want to be in a place where they can
I've been there, and it's a great energy, and everybody's really friendly and really nice, and it's sort of a non-judgment zone.
Yeah, very so.
Yeah, so I would encourage anyone who wants to go visit, just step by and
say hi.
Say hi to Christina and Brandon and everyone else who works there. They're great. How many families do you work with?
So through the CCSI program, collectively there's about 108 families that we're working with right now.
100 families?
Yeah, over 100 families, yes. I also, through the CCSI program, I also do a little bit of case management as well. That, it kind of varies. The amount of families that I'm working with. Is
that an overwhelming caseload? Or
I'm going to be, so far, no, it hasn't been.
Wow.
Yeah, I just feel like part of it, I think, is that, a lot of the families that we work with are open for help. I think the other part of it is that the people that I work with, Christine, my supervisor Christina, everyone at CoveCare Center just makes it so easy for you to be able to ask questions, and, they're always asking me, are you okay? Like, is this too much? And I feel confident because I feel like I have a very strong team, and I have families who want to get the help. So it just kind of takes some of that stress off. And it honestly is a pleasure to come in and actually work with these kids that we do. So
use the word empowerment in the video. Can you talk more about what exactly that looks like?
So empowerment, could be as simple as, some of the work that we do is, we work with families and helping advocate for them in the school district, school system, things like that, try and get some of the things that their child may need. And that empowerment comes in when we walk into that office. When we walk in with those families and they feel that they can go in and ask for the things that they need. Honestly.
So you go with them when they go to the schools?
Yeah.
Wow,
that's great. We go in like a posse. And it's just because
the bus drives up.
Yeah. We'll open the door, we'll walk you right in as well too. But, it could be very overwhelming, walking. And, I love the school districts up here, but it could be overwhelming if you're a parent going into some of those meetings and you just have a bunch of people sitting around the table who you don't feel like they're listening to what you're saying, taking your thoughts, that could be very demoralizing. It makes you not want to be a part of the process.
Well, it's probably something families haven't done before.
Exactly.
It's a new thing to go in.
Yeah, and we like to walk in, and I personally, I don't know if this is I get gratification walking in with these families and knowing that they feel confident to be able to ask for what they need, and because it's hard and it can be overwhelming and you don't know where to go to or what to ask for. So, but we like to make sure that families know what's available to them. We like to, make sure that they know what their rights are, know that there are things that are here in the community, and that, just by participating in these things, it won't have any sort of negative effect on your child. Because that's a lot of the things that sometimes
stigma.
That stigma, trying to break that image that people have. So that's where the empowerment comes in, and the making sure that families are informed about what's going on.
I'm going to guess that the earlier you identify that your child has an issue, the better is the outcome for the child.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that if they identify too late, there's not going to be a positive outcome either. But absolutely, the quicker you can get the services in, the quicker you could just say, I don't know if this is appropriate or not, typical or not.
Right.
The quicker you can ask that question, the easier it is for not only the child, but the providers to be able to help meet those needs and see what's going on.
Is there an age where you can tell the difference? I mean, is a 3-year-old too young to bring in, or?
3-year-olds tough. We have served 3-year-olds in the past. For the community-based services, it typically starts at the age of 6, only because there is an early intervention piece that the county holds. So our services typically start around the age of 6. Not to say we haven't taken a 5-year-old before if there's been a need to. So we can be flexible in that sense. That if a family really needs the help, we're not going to turn you away.
Right. If a 5-year-old is having a problem.
Exactly.
Bring the 5-year-old in.
Bring
Don't
them in.
wait.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Let us talk
Just
to you.
get there. That's really
just be proactive, and
right, because there are solutions and things get better, and
Right.
the first step is to just walk through that door.
Yep.
Exactly. And then, to piggyback on what Brandon was saying, a huge piece of the CCSI program is it's not just Brandon, it is a family advocate.
Yes.
It is, if he's not doing the case management, it is a care manager. If the family empowerment program that we spoke about, if they're involved, they're going to be part of this process. So we pull in everyone who's involved in that family. So they really feel they have this team behind them, that when they do walk into a school asking for services or anything, they feel confident because they have the backup with them.
Does that whole team go in with them, or?
Yeah.
We've had it. Oh,
my
yes.
goodness.
Oh, yes. We've walked into schools and they're like, whoa.
Oh, well, yeah. If that team walked in, I'd give you anything you want.
That's how we get it.
Yeah. Okay. That's how I know. So I'm looking at my notes and I see something about a youth podcast project. Now, what?
This is very exciting.
Yes,
What's
yes.
going on?
So we've at CoveCare Center developed a group for youth around teaching them about what a podcast is, learning about it, and then teaching them on how to produce their own podcast episodic series, essentially. I personally have been podcasting for about 2 years now, and I just know the personal growth that I've attained from it, and just how it's like really kind of helped me kind of get out of my own way and put me in situations where I'm like talking to people that I probably wouldn't be talking to if I didn't have that platform.
Gives you a lot of self-confidence.
It does, yeah, and and I just think that especially with technology now, and like this would be a good avenue for kids to kind of start learning how to be confident about things. They're going to fail at some point, but how to rebound from that. I think there's a big piece, I'm sure you know this too, talking with someone, like really talking and listening and engaging with them.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? Couldn't resist. Sorry, Brandon.
Understandable. But I think these are some great tools that these kids can learn from and apply them, not just today, but in the future, when they're out in the real world and they're trying to figure out what it is they want to do. I mean, with technology now, you could pretty much do anything.
Yeah. Well, everyone can have their own TV program.
Exactly.
There you go. I'll put in a plug. Once they're done with the podcast, bring it on over to Comcast.
That's the natural order. Exactly.
That's the natural order.
Exactly.
And they can do this.
Exactly.
They can get a break.
Exactly.
That'd be great. Okay, so when you say youth, what are we talking about?
So we're right now we're looking at kids between 11 and 12 and 18. The kids who right now they're kind of like, I don't want to say lost, but there isn't really much else out there for them to do. Unfortunately, there aren't too many extracurricular activities outside of school that are available for kids here in the community. So
I thought there were lots and lots.
Well, there are, but
they're fee-based a lot of times.
Yeah. This program is free. And for participating, so there's a couple things a child will be able to receive. They'll be able to receive community credits, so community service credits. I apologize.
Okay.
So they'll be able to attain that, as well as getting that immediate reward of creating your own product, your own show, and putting it out there. And that does a lot for a person's, like, just their ego, for just, it just shows you that I started with an idea, and now it's real. And it's like, if I can do that, what's next? You know what I mean? So I think, with podcasting now, it opens a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors to where, we're going to allow the kids to kind of create their own show. It's going to be centered around,
Has it happened yet?
We're going to be starting in May.
May, okay.
Yeah, May will be the start.
And the kids are going to be interviewing other people.
Yeah, they're going to
themselves.
Yeah, they're going to be. We're going to have them.
You.
Oh no! This is their thing. I do enough. Yeah. But they'll be talking to professionals in the field and actually talking to them about issues that affect kids their age. So whether it be around social anxiety, school avoidance, like how to look at it from a different perspective, and to kind of give them the tools and things like that in order to address these things.
Oh, that sounds great.
While also creating their own show. So we have some kids who, they do short stories, so we might be working on those short stories, maybe acting them out and kind of building that. So it's going to be kind of like a Saturday Night Live type of, variety show with some information, like, tucked away right in there too.
Wow! And how many kids are going to be involved? Do you know?
So for this first run, we're going to be working with 10 kids, and then hopefully, if we do well with this first run, as we do it again, we'll just keep adding more and more kids to it, and
a great
and expand it.
idea.
And a lot of our kids too, they have so many skills, and they just don't have that platform.
They don't have the outlet.
To be able to use these skills, and the last thing you want is a child that has these skills and strengths for it to get lost. So my real big idea and hope for this program is allow these kids to show their skills and put it to good use, and just to help build that self-esteem and confidence.
So I can't wait to listen. So it's going to be on iTunes.
And anywhere you can get a podcast from, it'll be there. So, and listen, we'd love to have you on. So by all means, I'm sure that would be a good experience for the kids to have as well too. So
they're going to interview adults and people like that,
exactly.
Older people.
Mm-hmm. Well, more the reason why, because a lot of
that's good. I mean,
it's
intergenerational.
Exactly, and it gives them that experience. And one of the things too is that I want these kids I don't want to say a sense of entitlement. I want them to feel like this show is theirs, and I want them to feel that if someone comes onto their show, not to be intimidated by that, to feel like you're on the same level, that you guys can have a conversation and actually get something out of it, and help kind of break some of those barriers between, kids and adults.
Well, congratulations. I
can't
wait
really
for May.
Exciting. This was all his dream work, so I'm glad it's coming true for him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So speaking of exciting things, April is coming, and April means
Spelling bee.
the spelling bee. So we want to make sure there's the slide for the spelling bee, April 19th. Are there still places left, or do you still have time to form a team?
Yes, I believe so. We have teams up to 10 people per team, and
What's the fewest number on a team?
I feel like everyone jumps. I don't know if we have few numbers. I think everyone does about 10. But I'm sure if you only have 5 people, why not? I mean, it's a great opportunity. It's a fundraising event. Everyone has a good time, eat a good meal.
Because it usually does sell out, right?
Typically, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's fantastic for you folks. Are you going to go to a larger venue, or?
I think we're still at the same venue,
which is the
Starridge Banquet Hall.
Okay.
So it's a fun event. They have cheerleaders. It's a good time just to spend time with your colleagues and then people in the community, since they do have lawyers, librarians, people from all different agencies.
Right, and they have that wonderful trophy that you win.
Yes, big trophy,
huge trophy. I mean, anyone who wants a huge trophy, get over there. April 19th.
It's a way to get one. Exactly.
Starridge Center. It's at night, right? And we have dinner.
Dinner served.
Yes.
Get good hot meal. Yeah, it's delicious.
Okay.
So
this will be my first year participating. I actually decided today.
Yes.
I will be participating this year.
Terrific. As a speller or a cheerleader? What are you? You're going to do a live podcast from?
Could be. I'm thinking I'm going to be a cheerleader. I think I'm going to be a cheerleader, and if it's
I bet you're formidable.
And if it's okay, I would like to just address something if possible. Is it all right? Can I look into that camera right there?
Of course you can. Please do.
Okay. So last time CoveCare Center was here, a challenge was put out there. And I would like to say formally that challenge has been accepted. And pros, we will see you at the Spell and Bee April 19th. Be there or be square.
All right. Yeah, well, that's
Yes.
scary. That's odd that you're going to.
He's ready.
You're scaring the competition. You're scaring the competition.
Got to get a head start.
He's ready to cheer us on.
So we're just about to run out of time. And so what is the message that families need to hear from CoveCare about their kids in a couple of sentences?
Just give us a call. It's a phone call.
Help is a phone call
It's a
away.
Exactly. You can walk in, you can give us a call, send us an email. I mean, anything. We have great staff that are just, they're there and they're willing. We want to help. We want to be involved. We want to have the opportunity to come and sit with you in your living room and talk to you about any concerns you may have.
So there's no waiting list. In other words, you're not going to
No.
be put off for a month or two.
Not for the community-based services, absolutely not. We are there and ready to help.
That is terrific.
Yes.
And Brandon, do you want to say anything besides threatening your competition?
I don't want to sound cliche, but I mean, I do wholeheartedly believe in that it does really take a village. And I think that's what we do at CoveCare Center is we bring that village around families because you can't do it by yourself. It's too hard, you know, and we really do pride ourselves in that. So, you know, we're here. We're always there. Just come. Like I said, come by and say hi.
Yeah. I will.
Yes.
I say hi, you guys. I have to say I was there, and everybody's so happy.
Yeah.
And when people are happy in their work, that means that they're
Makes such a difference.
they're feeling fulfilled in their work, and so that means you're doing good work all the time. So thanks so much. I'm glad we've had 4 programs with CoveCare. More to come.
Yes.
So stay tuned, and thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Christina.
This was great.
And
Thank you very
Brandon,
much.
It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to meet you both.
Yes.
And thanks to the wonderful crew that comes out all the time at Comcast. And thanks for watching.